Hey everyone, welcome to the next tone shootout video. I don't like using the word shootout because we're not trying to say one's better than another, but we just want to show you two guitars. We want to talk about what's in them, and we want to get right to the playing. So I know that that's what you're here for. So do you want to go first, Marco? What do you have there? This beautiful Tele?
So this is a USA Tele, maybe Deluxe or something. I'm not sure. I'm sure those of you that know these guitars recognize the finish. And it had those Gen 3 noiseless pickups in it, but we had a customer come in that wanted our Custom Tele set in it. And so this does have an S1 switch, and so you'll get the series Custom Tele sound together when you push down the button, and when it's up, it'll be normal parallel. But I just, we did the work on this guitar, and it still is kind of giving us some weird buzzing stuff, but it still sounds good, and I'm still excited to show some of the tones and stuff like that. So I'll start clean, and I'll kind of cycle through some of this stuff. But
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. And if you noticed, the switch tip went flying. That was super rock and roll there.
Yeah, that's a problem that I have with Teles. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, you can hear kind of the custom Teles still work for a lot of different styles, and they're really versatile. And also that four-way, I mean, that's the S1, but if you have a four-way switch, that's what you're going to hear. Hopefully, if you saw where Marco was pushing that button, it was kind of it's just a boost. I mean, I think that's the biggest way I kind of like describe it. It's like a fat switch or a boost. Is that probably accurate the way you describe it to someone that maybe hasn't tried it before?
Yeah, and it's funny, we even took like resistance readings in the guitar, and traditionally the pickups are in parallel, and I took the reading and it was like 3.3K because both of the pickups are kind of like mid sixes, low sevens. And then once I hit the switch in the series mode, you could see that it raised up the DC resistance to 13K. So there's definitely a lot more output going on, and you almost like feel it as much as you can hear it too. It just gets bigger, And I think that's something you should get into if you feel like you're just missing a little bit of something with your Tele.
Yeah, one more sound that's also hum canceling, and so it's just helpful to have. Yeah, that's cool. What do you think about the button versus a four-way switch? I know that you've done both. Do you have an opinion kind of either way?
I like the button. That's like a fun thing. I like that it kind of retains like, originality almost. Like you almost don't see it if you're not looking for it. Right. But the same thing with the four-way switch. I think sometimes you can run into issues with the routes where it's not deep enough and it can't actually get all the way to the fourth position. So that's something to consider. I personally like the switch, but I wire it all funny to where I get single coils on both ends, and then my series in parallel or in the middle. Because if you look at Fender's diagram, you know, the one up all the way is like series single coils, and I just like that to be the neck pickup.
Switch it around. That's really cool. So it's a little bit more practical for the use, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I actually want to focus on, I've got our GK blades right here, and we just have a small number of these in stock left before reorder that will happen at some point in the next few months. And so if you want a set of these, you like them, you better jump on it. We've got, I think, maybe 4 or 5 sets left from the batch. It's getting down there. But I wanted to specifically talk about the cleanish sort of sounds. And people see the blade humbuckers and they think mostly like shreddy, distorted kind of thing. And so I've got kind of a edge of breakup kind of clean sound. I'll play it real quick and then we'll shut the mics off in a second. But so if I play soft, you can hear it. So I've got, that's kind of where my signal's at right now. So if I dig, it will break up. But I kind of want to show you some clean stuff. I'm going to add a little bit of an extra delay. So you can hear I've got some reverb and some delay on right now. But I'm going to actually add another delay and then a little bit of chorus as well, kind of as I play through, just to kind of show you these in a different context than maybe you would think they're for. That's kind of what I was thinking about doing today. So yeah. We'll shut off the mics and I'll play through a couple different things. So yeah, I have a million effects on there, but I wanted to show one of the things I like about them is just how they take, how they translate through effects. I'm going to say take effects, but they're the first thing and they're going into the effects. So I didn't want to get that backwards, but I really like the way just they kind of keep that clarity. They kind of keep that cut through sort of sound. They still sound fat. Hopefully you could hear that. This is a Swamp Ash SE Special with an all maple neck. So generally a pretty bright guitar, but they still had some warmth to them and still some fatness to them. So I kind of want to do this as like a, hey, these are not your typical blades, and you should use them for more than just, you know, if you can handle them looking different than your regular humbuckers. They really, really surprised me as we've developed them and kind of opening up some new clean kind of horizons, if you will. So yeah. So that's kind of just a quick fly through some tones, and we appreciate you guys kind of watching, listening to these kind of hybrid video podcast kind of things. If you like this format, please let us know if there's something you'd like us to do differently or change. We're happy to do some mix-ups and stuff like that. But this is just kind of fun for us to sit down to play guitar and talk about different things. So we'll leave the link to each of these products below, to the Custom Teles and the GK blades. And thank you guys so much for listening and watching.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Catch you next time.
See you.